time to enjoy English school. I'm Chris Gorski.
Hi, 我是 Bernice.
And today is day 2 of our 2-day article on the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone.
我们今天要继续到我们这个历史故事，讲到车诺比这个灾区。
So today is November 30th, and we're looking at pages 62 and 63 in our magazine. Chernobyl is a special place today, and it's a little bit like a big experiment, 实验, because now we're seeing a place. What happens when people suddenly leave? What does nature do?
没错，我们的大自然会对于像这样一个地区突然都没有人了，它会怎么办呢？
And today what we'll talk about is, yesterday we talked about what happened at Chernobyl. Today we're going to see what does Chernobyl look like today? And we're going to learn about how man's best friend, the dog, has kind of taken up a home there.
所以因为没有人了，
That's
狗
right.
狗来了。
So let's find out and get ready for paragraph 1.
The Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. Today, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone covers an area of 2,600 square kilometers, and it is still mostly abandoned. However, despite the high levels of radioactivity, nature has been recovering. Animals such as wolves, foxes, and boars have returned, along with the growth of new forest. In addition to the wild animals, there is a large population of dogs that live in the exclusion zone. Some of them are related to the pets that were left behind in the area, and others are recent arrivals. Humans still can't live in the exclusion zone, but there are about 3,000 people who work at the site. Among these people are guards who watch out for thieves and others trying to go into the area. After years of working in the zone, some interesting friendships have formed between the guards and the dogs. The dogs love to keep the guards company as they go around the zone, and the guards pay back the loyalty by providing shelter and medicine for the dogs, checking them for radiation, and sometimes giving them names. Dogs and humans have been living together for thousands of years, and the exclusion zone gives us one more example of why we call them man's best friend.
All right, friends, let's jump right into paragraph 1. Today, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone covers an area of 2,600 or 2,600 square kilometers, and it is still mostly abandoned.
好，所以到了今天呢，车诺比这个禁区或者我们讲这个隔离区呢，它的涵盖的范围 covers， 就它涵盖的这个地区呢，大约是2600的平方公里，而且呢，它几乎到现在仍然是被怎么样？被 abandoned。被遗弃的，也就是我们之前刚才学到这个 deserted，
That's right.
也可以用这个字。
Now, deserted is the adjective form of the word desert, 沙漠, and we can look at the word abandoned. If you like music, you know that 乐团 is the word band. When we aband, it means you take your 20 and you break up the band. So the word abandon just means to stop being together. Okay. Our next sentence says, however, despite the high levels of radioactivity, nature has been recovering.
好，可是呢，尽管如此 ，despite 这个字是一个介系词，所以记得它后面要接的是一个名词。他说，尽管什么呢？尽管在当地车诺比呢，它的这个放射线还是非常的高，但是大自然它自己竟然从那个时候到现在呢，一直不断的在怎么做修复的动作。
So when we use despite, we know we're going to have kind of like an A and B situation. So despite A, comma, something opposite happens. Like 有相反的发生了. So despite the problems, the person succeeded. Or despite all the good things you did, 这个人还是 like 失败.
对，他是一正一负的这样子。
That's exactly right. It's often good friends with the word even though. Okay? The word nature has a special pronunciation. T is CH. Write down a CH above your T. Our next sentence says, animals such as wolves, foxes, and boars have returned along with the growth of new forest.
所以他说那边还是有一些动物，什么样的动物呢？比如说你可以看到有狼啦，还有呢这个狐狸，还有呢山猪、野猪，比较大型的那个猪哈，他们其实后来呢也都一起回到了这个地方。Along with 就是和什么一起，随着什么一起呢？就是有新的这个森林成长起来了，所以他们也随着新的森林的生长而回归了。
Just like Bernice said, a boar is a wild pig. If you said the word pig here, it feels wrong. In English, we don't say like shanju, we don't say mountain pig, we would say wild pigs, W-I-L-D, 流浪的. And we have the word growth. That looks just like the verb to grow, but we can see the word the in front. So we know it's a noun. Draw a little arrow from the to the TH and say, they got growth. That's a noun. And yesterday we talked about kind of like, look at some pictures of Chernobyl. There are a lot, people can visit Chernobyl today, no problem. You don't want to stay there a long time, but you can visit and it's not even hard to get there. So that means on YouTube, there are some incredible videos about like what does Chernobyl look like today, and you can see that new growth forest. You can see the wild animals and nature recovering. After the show today, take a few minutes and look at it. It's really, really special. Check that out. Our next sentence says, in addition to the wild animals, there is a large population of dogs that live in the exclusion zone.
好啦，所以呢 in addition to 一样，这个 to 是一个介系词，所以它后面也是放名词了。除了刚才我们前面提到的这些什么狼啊、狐狸这些野生动物之外呢，那边还有一大群的狗。为什么这边用 is？ 因为 population 这个字我们不加 s 的，所以用 large population。所以还有很多的狗狗也住在那边哦，也一起的住在这个隔离区。
Just like Bernice said, it's well worth saying again. After, in addition to, you need a noun. You can't use a verb here. So if you want to say like in addition to 游泳这个人也喜欢怎么样怎么样, you need to say swimming. You need a gerund here because the to is a preposition. That's a very common mistake my students like to make. You should underline in addition to and write plus V-I-N-G plus noun. You know what the sad part of these dogs are? Actually, I shouldn't say this because it's in our next part of our story, but I love why these dogs are running around here. Let's take a look at this. Some of them are related to the pets that were left behind in the area, and others are recent arrivals.
所以他说呢，这个现在在车诺比这边的这些狗狗啊，其实呢，他们有一些是当时因为那些人不是走了吗？就把他们的动物、宠物就留下来了，所以其实对，是他们那个时候留下来的那些狗 are related to， 就是跟什么是相关联的哈。那些狗就是被遗留下来的，而且还有一些其他是后来新进来的一些狗狗。
Oh, this is so sad. Like I think. I've never seen it in Taiwan, but in people's houses in America, there will be a sticker you can put on your window that says, there are 多少 animals in this house. So if there's a fire or something bad happens, the police and the firefighters will try to save your pets. And if they know there's like 3 cats in your house, then they know, oh, we have 1, 2, or 3. Now, a firefighter will not risk his or her life to save your pet, but if they can save your pet, they will. But they don't know how many cats or dogs live in your house. So, like, if you come to my house, I have 10 cats. I think a firefighter is going to feel a little bit...
Go bananas.
Yeah, go bananas. They're going to be worried about going in my house. But this is a good thing to let firefighters know because then they can help your pets. Otherwise, 要不然, like... Where did my family go? I don't have food. What do we do? And 还好 some of those dogs and cats could run outside and at least have a chance, right?
对，至少。
Yeah. All right, let's get ready for our second, the rest of the article, it looks like. Let's get ready. All right, everyone, let's jump right into the rest of our article today. Our first sentence of paragraph 2 says, humans still can't live in the exclusion zone, but there are about 3,000 people who work at the site.
就是这个人类呢，其实到了现在，你还是不能够住在这个隔离区里面。但是呢，还是大约有3000个人，就是刚才我们讲的一些 workers， 他们依旧呢是在这个地点 site， 就是这个 place 在那边工作。
Okay, so we got 2 really good words in the sentence here. Number 1, human, and you probably know that word. A human just means a person or people, right? So why do we have 2 words for just like 人? Well, when we talk about like the animal humans, because we are animals, right? It's better to use the word humans. We're talking about radioactivity. We're talking about it will hurt our bodies. It's better to talk about us as animals. The word human is better. But if we're talking about like social studies, like 社会课, then we're talking about culture, 文化, then it's better to talk about the word people.
所以讲到比较像现在我们在讲这个主题，我们用 human 是比较好。但是如果讲到比较跟这个国家文化相关的，我们都会用 people 这个字。
That's right. The next we have is the word site, the last word in our sentence. A site just means like a place to work. But if you work in an office, that's like 一般的办公室, don't say the word site. A site is a really big place to work. So I want you to think about like a place they build like a 火箭, like a rocket. There are offices for workers. People need to draw pictures. They need to get money. They need to get things to bring to a factory. They have to build it. 好多东西. So there will be a lot of buildings. That's a work site.
所以是场地，所以它是很大。所以我们说 website， 因为它就是太大了。
You can go to here, could go to there. That's exactly right. Our next sentence says, among these people are guards who watch out for thieves and others trying to go into the area.
还会有 thieves 跑进去哦，要偷什么呢？偷 elephant food.
Yeah, let me take down and carry it out, right?
对，好，所以anyway 他就是说呢，在这些刚才的工作人员里面呢，其实他们有一些人的工作是做警卫的，那他们的工作呢，就是在 watch out for， 就是在注意着、留意着，是不是有小偷跑进去呢？然后呢，或者还有一些其他的人，这些其他人要干嘛？想要试图跑到这个隔离区。跑到隔离区干嘛？拍照吗？还是干嘛？
That's what I think.
Okay, all right.
So we talked about like the amusement parks, the schools there, and there are tons of cool pictures. Tons of cool pictures. So obviously, 很明显, if you can go into the nuclear power plant, you can see what it really looks like. And there are some really interesting places to look when a building starts to kind of break down. When I was a young person, I was a teenager, 20s, I used to like to go into the old abandoned factories in Buffalo in my town.
Aren't you afraid of ghosts?
I wasn't afraid of ghosts. I was afraid of like the floors and the stairs falling.
Yeah.
There'll be big holes in the ground, and if you fall, you're gonna die.
Yes.
But it was like magic on the inside. It was scary, but interesting and beautiful. And I feel like Chernobyl would be like that too, but also radioactive elephant foot. Don't go in there, crazy people.
No.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's very dangerous to go into places like that, so I don't recommend it, but I did.
当然不要去啊。
Yeah, but I used to go into those. So.
Okay.
Let's continue here. Our next sentence says, after years of working in the zone, some interesting friendships have formed between the guards and the dogs.
当然是了。你看这些这个警卫或是在这边的这些工作人员，因为他们在这个地区呢已经工作了好多年了，所以呢就开始出现了一些让人家觉得非常有趣的这个友谊呢，就已经开始慢慢的形成了，是在这些警卫跟这些狗狗的身上。
Circle of and draw an arrow to your ing. Don't forget, after a preposition, we want to use our VING.
没错。
Our next sentence says, the dogs love to keep the guards company as they go around the zone, and the guards pay back the loyalty by providing shelter and medicine for the dogs, checking them for radiation, and sometimes giving them names.
所以你看就形成了这样，因为狗狗也需要人家的陪伴，所以呢他们就会怎么样呢？这些狗狗啊就很喜欢去陪这些警卫，好，陪伴着他们 keep somebody company， 就是陪伴着他们，尤其是当这些警卫们呢，他们去在这个禁区里面 go around， 就在那边巡逻啊，在那边走来走去看来看去的时候，狗狗就陪着他们，而且这些警卫呢也会回报给他们，好 pay back， 他们回报的方式呢就是用一种忠诚，好，回报他们这些狗狗的忠诚，用什么来回报呢？ by 就是借由什么样的方式，他就提供给这些狗狗们 shelter， 就是有住的地方，甚至还给他们一些 medicine， 如果狗狗生病了或受伤了，所以他们也提供给他们一些这个药，甚至呢还会 checking them， 还会帮他们检查是不是你有这个辐射啦或怎么样的，甚至有的时候还给他取了名字，小花、小明。
You know, that's really interesting you said that, because I was just thinking that every culture I could think of, I said, it feels every culture has very popular common names for their dogs.
对。
Like you'd have like Lai Fu or something in Chinese, right? In English, our kind of common everyday dog names are like Rover, Fido. If you said Rover or Fido to someone, you know you're talking about a dog.
Okay.
Lai Fu, Xiaomi.
就是讲狗。
Yeah, 小黑.
对，小白。
These are dog names, right?
没错。
And every culture that I could check had them. Russian pronunciation is a little hard, but I checked them. I actually wrote them down, but I couldn't say them clearly. So I'm not going to try to bother you.
Okay.
But try to think. This is something you can like 自己研究. You can check this out yourself. Like, what is it like? I don't know. Do you know like what do Japanese people? What is the Xiaohei Laifu in Japan? You know what I'm saying? What do they call them in Korea? What do they call them in Germany or France? All of these cultures have these dog names. Like if you called me Rover or Fido, I would be mad at you because I'm not a dog. It's a dog name.
So how do you name your 10 cats?
My wife did it.
Number 1, 2, 4.
My wife is really good at this because I actually can't do it. I only named one of our cats. I just was not good at it. But my wife is really good, and so I just let her do it.
Okay.
She picks a name and that's it.
Okay, 所以他太太帮他选名字。
Yeah, I'm not good at it. So, but we don't have like kind of those very popular names.
没有像我们刚才讲什么小花啦、小白啦，不没有这种名字。
Yeah, there's something like that.
Okay.
So, all right, let's look at the verb to keep in our sentence here. Keep is a really useful word in English. Why? Because keep can use a noun, keep the guard, 保持保留的话, but we also have keep adjectives, so keep somebody happy. We also could say keep verb, and we don't use a verb to verb. So we'd use verb VING, so keep running, keep talking, keep swimming.
持续怎么样?
That's right. This keep word is really useful, but the only thing is we don't say keep to 原形动词.
对，不加 to 的.
All right. And next we have the word payback, which is interesting word choice here. That's right, because it just means like give me money, but it also means like revenge, 报仇. A lot of times people don't want payback.
No.
Because it sounds like you're going to hurt me because I did something bad to you.
你打我一拳，我打你3拳.
That's right. Payback is usually bad, but it can be good, just like in this sentence. Let's continue on to our next sentence here. I think it's our final paragraph.
Yep.
Dogs and humans have been living together for thousands of years.
Wow.
And the exclusion zone gives us one more example of why we call them man's best friend.
没错，所以人类最好的朋友，对不对？你看这些狗狗跟这群这个 workers 跟人类一直以来到现在还是住在那儿，而且是已经持续了几千年了。而这样子的一个隔离区呢的这个故事也告诉我们呢，另外再多一个这样的一个举例，就是说为什么我们真的会认为狗狗就是人类的最好的朋友。So touching.
Do you know there's one thing you won't find naturally in Chernobyl? Corn.
玉米。
That's right. You won't find corn because corn, benlai, it was a kind of grass, cao, and it was really small. But today we know corn, it grows in a big piece and there's lots of little seeds. But people have changed corn so much that those 我们吃的那一块, that's their seeds. They don't fall off by themselves. People have to cut them off. And because people don't live in Chernobyl anymore,
对，
there's no farmers to take the seeds off.
对，没有这些种子了。
That's right. So because no one takes the seeds and puts them in the ground, no corn grows naturally in Chernobyl.
所以在这个地方找不到玉米哦。
That's right. There it is. Let's get ready for vocab review. All right, friends, it is time for vocab review. And our first word today is a verb, to recover.
动词的复原。
Number 2, we have a phrase, a large population of something.
表示非常多的、非常大量的。
Large just means big. Large is a great word. Please study it. Population is an uncountable noun. And after our preposition here, we're going to want to use a plural noun.
在这个片语后面你要记得接的是复数的名词。
Next, we have to be related to something or somebody.
是和什么有血缘关系的。
Number 4, a guard.
就是警卫。
Number 5, to watch out for somebody or something.
注意或者是留意什么人或什么事情。
Next, we have a really easy word here, a thief, or plural, chu f ja v-e-s, thieves.
小偷。
Lastly, we have to keep somebody company.
这边的 company 可不是公司哦，好，是指陪伴人的意思。
Oh, I lied you. I lied to you. This is the real last one. To pay somebody back.
好，就是回报他一拳爆。
No, this one right here. So this one we pay back is actually a good thing,
对，
but
这
it
边
does
是好的。
usually mean something negative, so be careful with this word.
Okay.
All right. That is all the time we have for today. I love Chernobyl is terrible, but it has made for some interesting art, pictures, and history. Please do check it out.
好啊。
We're done for English. Enjoy English School today. I'm Chris Gorski,
我是 Bernice，
and we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.